to be able to be working for great people like yourself. See, I just started my journey about 16 years ago in Rotary service. And when I got invited to Rotary, this gentleman, and I owe a tribute, and also I owe all my life in Rotary to one gentleman who changed my life. Jerry. One day he said, "Why don't you join Rotary?" Well, I didn't know what Rotary is, so we reached in, and he got his card out. And being myself, I'm in business of dealing with cars and automobiles and stuff. I looked at it and I said, "That's great. This is a driving club. I'm going to make a lot of money."
This is a wheel. Is it?
That was not the case. And in order to involve me right away, they said, "Well, we have a function coming up next week. You just joined, but we have a function. We want you to go because you'll love it." "What is it?" They said, "Soapbox Derby races, cars."
Perfect.
I said, "That's perfect." I said, "That's perfect." Now they're coming out. Now they're going to show their big cars. What do I know about the Soapbox Derby? So I come from a poor country. If you want to have your toy, you make your own toy.
Yeah, absolutely.
You go get the roller bearings and you put them on wood and you make your own toy, and that's your toy. What do I know about the Soapbox Derby? So, one of the great members in our club, his name is David Coleman. He said, "Let's go, and then we're going to prepare the race." So I'm still thinking races. So I'm going, and then I stumble on a small car in the middle of the street, and then I'm still looking around to see the race cars. And I asked him, I said, "Where are the race cars?" He said, "You almost broke your neck on one." I looked and said, "I got cheated again." So, but I probably joined for the wrong reason, but I stayed for the service. And the more I knew about this most honorable organization in the world, the more I wanted to do. Because it brings up something in me as a child. When I was raised in Lebanon, we had almost nothing. But we had the family. The father, the mother. And the father is a good provider. I remember sometimes when we went to school, I would have one pair of shoes. And the bottom of the shoes, after you run for a while and you walk for 2 miles to go to school, you have a hole in it. You have no more money to buy another shoe. So what we do, we go to the grocery store on the way home, and we cut those pieces of boxes for bananas. The boxes for bananas, they box them because they have wax of the box. So you take those, you cut them in the evening, put them in the shoe, and walk the second day to school. I remember also, we had one pair of pants. And it's winter time. We have 3 months of snow in the mountains. So you have to wash your pants. No dryers. You wash them with your hands, and hardly any soap. And then you stand all night long, just by the stove with a long pipe outside. Stand by the stove and you dry. And if you have 2 or 3 people drying them, you have to also share the space with them so they can dry their other stuff. We have 6 people in the family, and my mother and my father. I remember also when we sit to eat, and we have a piece of cheese and a lot of olives and bread. And we have to cut that piece of cheese for 6 pieces, and we have to measure them. Because if we cut a little bigger piece, we'll be kicked off the table and we'll stand on the line. No food for us that night. That showed us how to share. You have to share. And you have to share what you have, what you do. So those little lessons that we learn as kids, carry on in life. My father said one night, he said, "You're 13 years old, and I'm working, and I can't catch up. All I can do, get the education, but you promised. Well, if I raise you up and send you to school, you give a hand to your brothers and sisters and your community, and you get them up, because I am depending on you. And my mother is illiterate, but my mother was determined that she has 6 kids and she wanted to get them up. Till now, my mother will draw her name. A lot of people don't think people draw their name for signature, but she draws her name for signature. Because she doesn't know the alphabet. She never had the chance to go to school. But they knew the importance of educating one of their kids. And that's the family. But the significant thing is that Rotary does that for people they don't even know. And that's the significant thing. We provide scholarships and education and money, like Barry, he gives his money, until our organization will provide scholarship for kids that he will never know. We provide water wells for people he will never meet. We provide vaccination for young children that he will never see. We fix cliff palate and cliff lips and do all this in the world for people we will never probably ever meet. And that's what's significant about Rotary. And that's what Rotary is all about. We don't do it for the fame. We just do it because it makes us feel good. Like one member of our district, his name is Al Braswell. He said, I'm selfish. I said, why are you selfish? He said, when I give, it makes me feel good. I feel good. I am proud to be from this district and from the Rotary district. There are so many stories in this district. I remember one great man in our district. His name is Jeff Williams. And for the people who rub shoulders with Jeff Williams, you know in the heart he was a Rotarian. And Jeff Williams, he was dying. Cancer caught up with him. And like 2-3 days before he died, I was talking to him. And Jeff Williams, he was a friend. And he was like a father. He looked at me and said, I am disappointed with myself. I hardly can talk because I still have a lot to do, a lot to give to Rotary. He was not thinking about himself, right? He was thinking of Rotary. About 2-3 years ago, we were hosting a GSE team that comes from across the world. Some of you know what GSE team is, Group Study Exchange. We invite people from all over the world to come to our district, and we send our people over there so we can establish peace in the world through understanding. And as we were sitting in Hollywood and taking this group over there so they can run around, so I'm sitting next to a gentleman, his name is Mela from Rotary, Crossroad Rotary. And Mela got a phone call. Said, what, Rex? What can I help you with? Well, Rex is 96 years old. It's Sunday. And Rex is asking Mel, are you going to pick me up this afternoon to go to the meeting for Rotary? Rex, old age, caught up with him, and he can't remember the time or what he's doing in life. But you know what? He remembers that it's time for Rotary. when you enjoy Rotary. That's when you make your club. One member of our club, his name is David Coleman. Also, old age caught up with him too. So he wound up in a senior home. Called me after 2 months he's been there. He said, Shab, I hope God will give me the strength and the ability to make me well so I can walk one more time into my club meeting. That's the people who is in Rotary, and they feel Rotary inside of them. And he gave all his life and his money and time. That's what's one more member. And she is a great member with her husband, Al Braswell. Ruth Braswell. Ruth Braswell, she was the chair for polio for over 20 years. But Ruth Braswell and Al Braswell, they always put their mouth where their money is. And also went on missions. Al Braswell, actually the year before he died, he was going with us, my wife and I, to South America to do cliff paddling and cliff flips and help the kids. He was 84 years old. Why would he be doing that? And Al Braswell is well off. His wife was giving wheelchairs one time in a country, and they have to take these kids who are crawling because of polio, take them with a stick, walking stick or a branch or whatever, and put them in these wheelchairs. And when she was doing that, this kid kept holding on to her arms and talking to her in language. She didn't know what he's saying. She called the translator. She said, what is this kid saying? She said, this kid is telling you to hold on for a few more moments so he can remember your face, so he will thank you again in heaven. That's the thanks we need. A lot of times we fail to thank each other. But you need our thanks. That's the thanks you need. Just remember that story. That's all the thanks we need. All we do in the world, it stops right there. You think when we go to South America and do one cliff paddling or cliff lift, was changing one life? Think again. In the course of life, human being, especially in South America, they will produce between 20 and 25 people. So that one person that when he was born, he's shunned in the community. He cannot go to school. He has to put a bag when he also goes to the market, because they think bad on his face, because they think that God is angry at them, and that's why he's born that way. So him and his family, they're all pushed away from the community. So they will never make it to school, and they will never be a producer. So think about it. If we save that life, are we saving that whole siblings behind us? Are we saving a community? Yes, we are. Not only one, you're saving a community. And that's what Rotary is all about. So fellow Rotarians, it starts with us. It starts right here. How we deal with each other. So I'm asking you to do the 3 things for me now for next year. First, thank each other for what you do, and thank everyone of the community when they come and help you. Acknowledge everyone for what they do, and encourage everyone programs that we put together. And with all of that, all the programs are not working unless you gonna put your back to it. Unless you become part in the district. I'm not asking you to donate any money. I'm not asking you to bring any money. Gotta come inside from you. Everything you do, gotta come from inside. So our goal is to have the best family, the best feelings in the family, and the best service we can provide our communities, our kids, and the world. Think about it as an investment. It's not spending your money. You're investing in humanity. And that's the best investment you can do in the world. When we go down to South America, my wife and I, and we go to and help kids, and we are helping your neighbor. The world is small now, not big anymore. I remember when we used to, when TV came into our world, we used to have one TV in the whole town. And it came to my uncle's house. And as kids, to watch TV, you have to be a real special kid, because kids are not allowed in the houses. All the members of the community are allowed in the houses. The kids, we used to run before sunset and climb on the windows and hang on to the metal all night long, watch TV. And you could not even see the picture. I remember we could not even make the picture. Nowadays, the world is small. Nowadays, we can watch TV on our little phone, on our little watch. So, when we go to South America, to Mexico, and help, we are making our neighborhood, our neighbors, just catch up to what we have. And that's sharing. That's how I was taught to do. Just from the piece of cheese until all the way through my life, throughout now. And that's how we're going to make our world a better world to live. Our President Gary Young is asking us, actually, you know, some of you know what our motto this year is light up Rotary. How can you light up Rotary? You light up Rotary with your action. You light up your Rotary with serving someone in your community. Serve our community. Do a project, water project. Anything you do, it exemplifies what we do. That's how we light up Rotary. And he didn't mean only the light that you just take your phone and you make a light. He's asking more. He said, the light we're looking for is just like the sun. The sun has the energy, gives you the light, but it's the energy that drives everything. And that energy comes from you. See, all you have to do to be more successful is just get out of your comfort zone. All the members that you invite, you have a lot of young members in this club, and all the members that you're inviting right now. Us, the mature people, I call them, we need to get out of the way. Give them the chair. And let them carry on. Because that's how we can assure that new leadership will be in the district, will be in the world. And we need to change. And they are to change. So, the light we're looking for is just like the sunlight. And the energy we're looking for is just the difference between boiling water and water. And what's the degree that makes you boil, hot water steam? Is 1 degree. So I'm asking you to go for 1 degree. To go from water
routine that drives locomotive. So fellow Rotarians, next year, we're asking you to light a Rotary. And just remember, from one candle, you can light up thousands of candles. Are you going to be that candle?